Next pick is in 20. I like Darius Washington. I think we're going to go with Quinn Miners here. You guys need to watch this guy's Senior Bowl tape. Came out of nowhere, but he's probably going to be penciled in as starting right guard. But this dude, there's no summary, but this dude is an absolute monster out of Wisconsin Whitewater. So definitely need to attack corner with this pick, corner or safety. Kelvin Joseph is still here. I won't pick him in the next mock, I promise, but if he's here late in the third, it's hard to pass up on. It really seems like these five guys, really six, Josh Palmer too, I could see going a lot higher. I don't remember which analyst it is, but he has like Josh Palmer and Kadarius Toney almost in his first round. He has Kadarius Toney going like 15 overall or something. But I think I need to go Kelvin Joseph. If he drops the late third round, you just can't pass on him. He did have some off-field issues here at LSU. I want to say with failed drug tests before transferring to Kentucky, but I haven't heard any problems he's had since he's got there. So we have two more picks. O-line's pretty set relative to what we're doing here. Oh, we got Kelvin Joseph. Secondary, I wouldn't hate to address. I really like Trey Brown. Is he going to be there in 159, though? I don't know. Do I like Trey Brown more than Benjamin St. Just? Jamar Johnson. I think I'm going to mix it up this time and go Trey Brown. He's 5'9", I want to say 5'10", 186. But I would want to try this guy out wide to start. Obviously would have Michael Davis and Kelvin Joseph starting out there, but just giving this dude some reps out there, I just want to see him. But even if that doesn't work, I know that him either, I guess he could possibly move to safety. He's pretty light, but those deep guys don't really come up a lot. The actual like deep guys. But even if he doesn't go to safety, I know that he would work out at, I don't know, but there's a high chance that he would work out at slot after Chris Harris retires. Really like Trey Brown. He's another guy who had a very good Senior Bowl. With this pick, address O-line, secondary, edge. Really, we could just go, realistically, we should just go best available, like a Jamar Johnson. But if a guy like Milton Williams is here, I would not hate it, or Tommy Tremble. Torn between Milton and Tommy for this pick. Milton Williams, I want to say goes to Tech, which is pretty close to LSU. But I want to say that his last couple games there was when he like started actually becoming a monster. 6'4", 280. Yeah, it's a pretty high grade. 90 overall from defensive interior. Milton Williams or Tommy Tremble. I'm torn, guys. 6'4", 240. I think we're going to go Tommy Trumbull. We have a little bit of depth. A lot of analysts say that defensive interior is a pretty big need for the Chargers, which I can agree with, but I don't think it's dire. This year I don't think tight end is dire, but a little bit more just given like we have Jared Cook, good pass catcher, dude's old as shit though. And Steven Anderson, I think we re-signed, who I really liked, but Tommy Trumbull could give us some more upside at that position. Good run blocker in line, athletic. Next mock, let's see, we got Slater in this one. Yeah, A for Slater. Russo in the second round. Definitely would not take him in the first, but I think that's good value in the second. Quinn Miners, dude's just a fucking monster. Play right guard. Kelvin Joseph, Trey Brown, attack the secondary. And then Tommy Trumbull. All right. Third and final mock draft. This will be mock draft C. I want you guys to drop in the comments which one you like the most, the trading back, the Rashawn Slater first round pick, or this upcoming draft. Depending on how this one is, I might restart it too if it's just like crazy shit happening. Let's go a little bit closer to PFF's board. Care for positional value. Yeah, we're just going to normalize this a little bit. Just so that we don't get crazy shit like Justin Fields going number 1 overall. Trayvon Moehrig went like top 10. I think he went to the Cowboys in the last 2 picks or last 2 drafts. This would be ridiculous if Jalen Waddle, Trey Lance, and Rashawn Slater are all there at 13. I know who I'm going to go here. If any of the quarterbacks drop to 13, though, definitely going to want to trade back with a team like the Patriots or the Washington football team, the Bears, the Steelers. But I would be floored if any of them did drop to 13. We took Rashawn Slater in the last pick, last draft, but I'm personally going to go Jalen Waddle with this pick for a lot of different reasons. One of the obviously big 3 receiver, and probably of the big 3 receivers, being from LSU, I obviously like Jamar Chase the most. Dude's an absolute monster. Some of the strongest hands, and he's a plus athlete, but in terms of just feel for the position, in terms of running routes, knowing like how to get in and out of breaks, along with controlling his body and just like he's going to be able to outmuscle guys in the NFL because of how bad, like, I guess, how well he did it in college. But I like Chase the most. I'm scared if Devontae Smith is there at 13. I like him. He's just old as shit, and receivers are a little bit more volatile. But I think Jalen Waddle's the best fit for the Chargers right now because just imagining Keenan in the slot, route running, just, he's open every play. Mike Williams, big play guy, throw it up to red zone. Jalen Waddle would be so dirty in this offense, just an absolute fucking burner on the outside. But he doesn't even need to play on the outside too. He can play in the slot. Underrated route runner. Just if we just get the ball in his hands, absolute weapon. Closest thing to Tyreek Hill coming out of the draft in some time. Yeah, I'm definitely okay taking Jalen Waddle. I know a lot of people don't want receiver in the first round, don't think receivers even need. I would be very okay taking receiver in the first round if it was Waddle or Chase. Chase won't drop. But Waddle I've seen going to the Patriots a lot in recent drafts, actually. A little bit of a mix up here in the second round. Elijah Moore at the start of this season, or like during the first couple games, is one of my favorite players to watch. But obviously, we're not going back to back receiver picks with the needs that we have. All right, we're definitely going Walker Little. PFF is higher on him than like any analyst or person out there, but if he's there for us in the second round, I like Dylan Adams too. But in terms of prototypical left tackle, 6'7", 310. Pretty sure he has very long arms too. He hasn't played in a while, but I'm pretty sure he's still in good football shape. I think that is a no-brainer. With our next picks, definitely corner, possibly. It's really just corner or like secondary depth and starters and O-line depth and starting left tackle that you never want to go into the draft with needs, but we kind of do at corner and tackle. So here I'm not picking Calvin Joseph 3 drafts in a row. So I think I'm gonna go with Darius Washington here. Darius Washington has some of the best instincts in this draft. He's pretty undersized, so he's gonna be pretty low on a lot of teams' boards. But great instincts, pretty good athlete, and alongside Jamar Johnson, even Trayvon Moore, but Jamar Johnson and Darius Washington, I would feel very, very good at just throwing back there next to Nasir Adderley. With this pick, Calvin, dude, there's just these 5 players dropping every single mock. Second pick around 3. I think we're gonna go Benjamin St-Juste here. We need somebody who at least has potential to play outside corner. Dude definitely needs a lot of development, but 6'3", 205, built like an outside corner. Another guy who just over 80-inch wingspan, but he is another guy who showed out at the Senior Bowl. Him, Trey Brown, Quinn Miners. I had heard of Trey Brown, but I hadn't heard of Benjamin St-Juste or Quinn Miners before the Senior Bowl, but watching them was very fun. So hopefully a CB2 or CB1 and Benjamin St-Juste, depth at safety, starting safety, depth at just secondary in general with the Darius Washington. Where do you got a receiver? So we definitely don't need to address that again. Tom Trumbull. Let's go a little bit deeper with these guys. Aaron Banks, I wouldn't hate. A lot of the Notre Dame guys, their technique is just coming out. It's going to be ridiculous. Not flawless, but close to, of almost any other school. Spencer Brown, it's 4th round. Spencer Brown's probably going to go in the 4th or 5th. What is he, 6'8" or 6'9" or something? It's not going to load, but he's going to be a similar he's not similarly built to Trey Pipkins, but in terms of just like a project tackle, that's probably what he's going to be. Um, Here, though, I think Brady Christensen is another guy. I don't remember how long his arms were. 6'6". That's a little bit tall to kick in the guard. A little bit tall. We already got secondary. And if you guys are wanting me to take one of these higher guys, I'm not going to, just because I've already talked about almost all of them in my previous mock draft, or the ones I've done during this video a lot. But Brady Christian, see, that's tough because I'm really just torn between the three O linemen or one from BYU and then the two from Notre Dame. Tyree Gillespie, Simi Fehoko, Chris Rump. Did we? I forgot that PFF doesn't let you go back over your picks. I don't remember if we've taken an edge. I don't think we have in this mock, but I think we're going to go Brady Christensen. Justin Herbert is pretty tall, which normally that doesn't matter that much with quarterbacks, but that will give me some assurance that we could kick Brady Christensen into right guard, or at least have him compete with Ode Bushi. Kick him into guard and then see how he's doing, see if he can kick out to tackle once we move on from Balaga or once he just retires. If not, just keep him at guard. He's very tall, but thankfully we have a tall quarterback. This last pick, Quincy Roche. I really like. Great technique. I'm pretty sure. I mean, compared to Jalen Phillips, both Roche and Russo aren't the greatest athletes, but Roche definitely has much better technique than Russo. The highest edge, Jonathan Cooper. I would just be really going for depth. All these guys would just be reaches and they probably wouldn't see the field. So I think I'm going to go Jamin Davis. I know I said I wouldn't, but he's here in the fifth. And 6'4", 234. If we absolutely need an edge, which we don't need one, depth would be nice, but he can pack on some pounds, and dude had a ridiculous pro day. One of the best athletes in this class. If he just packed on some pounds, we probably could just throw him in at edge. So I think I'm going to go Jamin Davis with our final pick of mock draft C. Let the computer run it out. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. Like, subscribe, and comment A, B, or C with your favorite draft from today, and leave recommendations for videos I can make in the comments. So we got Jalen Waddle in the first round. I would be pretty excited. Our offense would just be absolutely juice. Walker Little, hopefully day one, starting left tackle. Darius Washington, great split field safety. Benjamin St. Juice, a little bit of a prayer that he can start day one and not be a liability. Brady Christensen compete at really right guard and right tackle, but I guess having depth because Balaga was hurt a lot last year is also very nice. And then Jamin Davis um, could compete with like Kaiser White for a spot starting at linebacker, but also um, I took him more as a prototype player. Like we could have him put on some pounds and play edge if we need that. Keep him at the same weight, have him compete, play a linebacker back there with Murray and Tranquil. But thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.